What's going on, guys? I think this would be a really interesting topic. Why is it PS4 relies so heavily on exclusives, and why, when it comes to Nintendo fans don't really give a fuck? Why is it the Xbox One X has the best graphics? Why Nintendo fans say that shit don't matter? Okay, there's key reasons here. Xbox, the reason nobody gives a fuck about your graphical output is because you don't have first party games. Simple as that. And when I say first party games, I mean exclusive games, reasons to buy the fucking Xbox, not games that are just on the. I mean, like, not that are on like Game Pass or anything like that. I'm talking about you have to own the system. The system is challenged by these certain games. You don't really have that. PlayStation, the reason nobody gives a fuck about majority of your exclusives is majority of them are new. This is where you and Nintendo differ. You have no legacy. You have nothing. Square told you to fuck off. Naughty Dog decided they wanted more money. Now, you might personally still own Naughty Dog, and I don't know if Naughty Dog is where Crash Bandicoot was, but maybe it was Activision. I don't know. One of the two. I know Naughty Dog made it back in the day. Maybe Activision told you to fuck off and decided Crash and Spyro would be on everything, even though Spyro is on everything. It's just those particular games which help build the PlayStation brand. The fact that you no longer are exclusive with Final Fantasy 8, 9, 10, 10-2, 12. I mean, you don't have a legacy. Name one PS1 game that has made it to the PS4. Honestly, I don't know. Because I don't think there is one. I mean, Final Fantasy 7 is getting a remake, and the remake is going to be on PS4, but how long is that going to last? Because remember, Final Fantasy 7 was only on the PlayStation 1 and PC until, I think, this generation, where Square decided to re-release the PC version on both the Switch and the Xbox One, and you could play it on anything. Same thing with 9, same thing with 10, 10-2. You could only play those games on PlayStation until this generation, where Square decided that you could play it anywhere. Because you, Sony, don't see the value in the console that made you, the PS1. You don't see the value there. Yes, we have God of War, but God of War started on what system? The PS2. So that's the only game that has any real legacy to it. They don't have anything else. Nothing else. I mean, think about it. Crash Team Racing is coming to the Switch and Xbox One. That used to be only on PlayStation. It's on everything now. Sony, in order for you to get the same respect from the community as like when Nintendo does shit with their exclusives, you have to make games that last more than one fucking generation. You should have kept Uncharted going for the longest time. Instead, you fucking did away with it. We had the Lost Legacy as the last Uncharted game. And in all honesty, I don't think it's going to go that far. I don't know how long they think they're going to make The Last of Us last. I mean, it could go into like 4 or 5 games, but look at Uncharted. Let's just look at Uncharted. Uncharted had 3 games in one generation, and then 2 games in another generation, and that's it. That's it. There's no more Uncharted. Nathan Drake cannot be a mascot no more because there's no more Nathan Drake. Kratos is still around. Kratos is still the only one from the PS2 generation. Okay? I would say Kingdom Hearts, but again, Square is not exclusive on PlayStation. They're not releasing games only on PlayStation. And we saw that happen with Octopath Traveler. For those of us who have a Nintendo Switch with that game, you guys had that game exclusive all this time. Now it's going to PC. My point is this. PlayStation, your exclusives matter the more weight they hold. I'm taking nothing away from Horizon Zero Dawn, which I gotta play that game sometime. I'm not taking anything away from that game. But that game has to become a Legend of Zelda. If you don't turn that game into the Legend of Zelda for PlayStation, then you have no reason to continue it. Because you need an RPG. You already have an action fucking slasher game with God of War with the chains and the axe and all that shit. You need a platformer. Okay? You used to have Crash. You don't no more. You used to have Spyro. You don't no more. Okay? You need certain games, and these games have got to last. They got to grow with you as a company. The reason nobody gives a fuck about your exclusives is because, one, they're either all brand new this generation, or two, they're all brand new this generation except for God of War and Killzone when Killzone was terrible. Okay, I'm just pointing that out, alright? It's nothing against you personally, Sony, but saying you have more exclusives than an Xbox when y'all both have the exact same damn problem, only it's reversed, where the Xbox One is more powerful with no games, you're less power with games. That's it. You just have the same identical problem. Your power is lacking, your games are lacking. Your games are on top, they don't exist. That is exactly the argument here. While PlayStation, you have the games, and while Xbox, you have the power, you can't click because games and power need to equal out. Which is why Nintendo fans are technically right when they say it doesn't fucking matter, because they're carbon copies of each other. They just have different issues. So, yeah, that's it. I felt like making this a video because I thought it was interesting when I saw it. I saw it on my Facebook timeline because I'm part of like Nintendo's over 30 group, some shit like that. So that's where I saw it. I thought it was interesting, and I wanted to point that out because I feel like that's honest to God truth. While yes, Xbox, you have the power, and PlayStation, you don't. PlayStation, you have the games, and Xbox, you don't. If y'all would manage to figure out a way to, you know, oh, we have the power and the games, and oh, we have the power and the games, wouldn't be a big issue. But because you don't have the other, you don't have one of the two, your argument towards each other is just completely fucking stupid. When, yeah, the Switch is underpowered, but guess what? You can take it with you. And Sony, in case you weren't paying attention, if you would have showed the Vita the respect it deserved, you could have had all that money. But you're retarded.